Everything is like unbelievably traditional in real estate. And you guys can use that to your advantage, because it's like no one knows digital marketing if you're a real estate agent, like that's just like the cold hard truth. And so if you guys understand how to market digitally, it's like 90% of the industry isn't even doing it right. So you guys can have a very clear advantage if you use more sophisticated and modern tactics within your marketing, right? So if you do your flyers and your goodie baskets, that's cool. But then if you take it a step further and then do real digital marketing, like sales funnels, many chat flows, lead gen, like that, like don't invest in an expensive website. Instead, do a sales funnel that takes you like 10 minutes to make. You can seriously get a lot of competitive advantage over everybody else, right? And like you guys know, like most agents don't know digital marketing. I think that's one of the reasons I have success in my program. But anyways, guys, so if you guys know a little bit about me, so I was in the apartment locating industry for 4 years, right? And the first year, really kind of just understanding the business and doing everything my broker told me. But towards like that 6 month mark, like my first like 4 or 6 months is when I started earning 5 figures a month, right? So it was a big change for me. And I did that for like 3 years or 4 years. After I was very comfortable doing 5 digits a month with apartment locating, I wanted to make another stream of income with online businesses, right? At the time, I was always shopping on Amazon. And so naturally, I've heard of like the Amazon FBA program. So I started to do that business. I took like every course online, scavenged the YouTube, try to figure out Amazon FBA, and I had massive success with the Amazon FBA program, right? So I have experience with like dropshipping, which is Shopify, Amazon FBA, and I've had successful businesses with those kinds of industries, right? But the one thing I really didn't like about Amazon FBA or dropshipping is that with Amazon FBA, it's like Amazon basically controls your whole company. And so I had a product that was doing incredibly well, and then like after like the 6 month, my product was like deleted because Amazon deemed it, not to be safe. And so there's so much risk with a lot of online businesses is the point, right? With Amazon, there's risk. With dropshipping, there's a lot of risk, because dropshipping, there's like way less risk. You sell products, but then like eventually everyone catches on because it all comes from AliExpress, and then your trend will drop, and then there's like no profit for anyone. I've dealt with these companies, right? And they sort of required me to learn about digital marketing. But in the back of my head, I was always like, I wish I could just take everything I've learned about marketing and then bring it into apartment locating, because apartment locating as a business is so awesome because there's no overhead, there's no inventory speculating or analysis or inventory forecasting. I was working with so many Excel spreadsheets to try to make sure like all the profit was aligning right. Like you have to fulfill all your inventory or the whole thing isn't profitable. So anyways, I was learning so much about these online businesses, but in the back of my head, I was like, I wish I could just take what I knew and then bring it into apartment locating, because with apartment locating, you just get a call and you make cash. There's no like overhead. You know what I mean? Like if you can generate leads organically for free on the internet, and when people call you, if you can be nice to them and then just lease them an apartment, it's like you get paid cash, and there's no like, oh, I have to sell this amount to be profitable, or like Amazon's not going to shut my company down because I'm out of policy now because of some new change. So I've always really, really loved apartment locating because it's so straightforward, and it's just such a great way to make like what basically we operate at like 100% profit margin. Like if you know how to set up your organic systems of marketing and just wait, and when people call you, you're nice to them, like you can make $2,000 of like profit, after your broker agent split, but you don't pay taxes on your broker agent split. So the point is, I love apartment locating. So after the 4th year, I was like, let me just take my digital marketing knowledge and use it into my business, right? Which has to do with sales funnels, right? Like I brought in my sales funnel knowledge, my lead gen online through PPC. I brought that into apartment locating, and I try to automate processes with like short code snippets that I've learned about. Those are unbelievably helpful. Everything I was learning from these online companies, I brought it into apartment locating, and when I did it, like everything exploded, right? I started working less, the leads were coming in way faster, way better than any broker piggybacked leads I've ever dealt with. And you can really basically pre-qualify, go through guest cards, go through most of the apartment locating process, very automated, right? So that was like the big epiphany, the big breakthrough moment for me as a real estate agent, was when I acquired these digital marketing skills and brought it back into my business. And it really helped me really enjoy apartment locating at a much higher level, because it just ended up being easier. And so you'll see if a lot of my students are here, you'll understand that like, when I teach you these softwares on purpose, they're annoying to understand at first, but when you implement them, you can seriously cut your manual work effort and make more money.